Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about primary active transport. But before going to that, we will discuss what is active transport. Active transport is the process where substance is transported across the cell membrane against the electrochemical gradient by using the energy. And this energy is obtained by breakdown of ATP or other high energy compounds. As this transport occurs against the electrochemical gradient, it is also known as uphill movement of the substance. The active transport is further divided into two types, primary active transport and secondary active transport. And this classification is based on source of energy that is used for transport. Here we will discuss about primary active transport. In primary active transport, the energy is derived directly from breakdown of ATP or other high energy compounds. Both primary and secondary active transport depends upon carrier protein for transportation, as like in facilitated diffusion. However, in active transport, the carrier protein works quite differently as they are capable of imparting energy to transported substance to move against electrochemical gradient. Examples for primary active transport would be sodium potassium ATPase pump, proton pump, and calcium ATPase pump. Now we will discuss sodium potassium ATPase pump in detail. Basically, this pump is transmembrane protein, which is made up of two subunits, larger alpha subunit and smaller beta subunit, out of which alpha subunit is mainly involved in sodium potassium transportation, and this alpha subunit has different binding sites. Intracellularly, it has 3 binding sites for 3 sodium ion and 1 phosphorylation site. Extracellularly, it has 2 binding sites for 2 potassium ion and 1 binding sites for OABN, which is the blocker of sodium potassium ATPase pump. Now we will discuss about mechanism of sodium potassium ATPase pump. When 3 sodium ions and 2 potassium ions binds to the respective sites on carrier protein, ATPase enzyme get activated, and this enzyme breaks down ATP into ADP and phosphate, which liberates energy, and this energy brings conformational and chemical change into carrier protein, which allows 3 sodium ions to move outside the cell and 2 potassium ions to move into the cell, which makes a coupling ratio of sodium and potassium 3:2. Now we will discuss about functions of sodium potassium ATPase pump. Most important function of this pump is to maintain cell volume. We will discuss this in detail. Inside of cell, there is presence of large number of proteins and other organic molecules which cannot escape from the cell, and most of them are negatively charged, which attracts positively charged ions like sodium and potassium towards them, which causes osmosis of the water into the cell. If it happens without any counter mechanism, the cell will keep on swelling until it bursts. The sodium potassium ATPase pump helps to transport 3 sodium ions out of the cell, which also drags water along with it because sodium is osmotically active molecule, and this mechanism helps to maintain cell volume and prevent the cell from bursting. Second function of the sodium potassium ATPase pump is to provide minor contribution of 4 mV to resting membrane potential, and this pump is also an indirect source of energy for secondary active transport. Increase in activity of sodium potassium ATPase pump is caused by thyroid hormones, insulin, and aldosterone, while decreasing activity of sodium potassium ATPase pump is caused by OABN, which is the blocker of sodium potassium ATPase pump, and dopamine. Thank you for watching. We will meet in next video with new topic.